And I think where we can also proactively go out, you were talking about allies, where we can proactively go out and look for ways when you can influence and when you can make a difference, go out and do that. If you
Yeah.
have the opportunity to mentor, I love the fact that I get asked to mentor, and I relish that opportunity because that's a relationship
Yeah.
that you never know where it's going to go. And I think that's the real value, is being able to invest in those types of relationships that beget reward. Um,
Yeah. And women in sales also approach relationship building very differently from men. We like to pull out the details. We are storytellers. I'm sure there are some men out there who are storytellers as well, but we like to keep peeling the onion. We are curious creatures. We like to ask questions. I think that's important too. Make sure if it's your mentor or it's your coach, it's your executive sponsor, ask the right questions that will bring you to the next level in your career journey. And even if it's a customer, I mean, if you're trying to close a deal, just asking, staying curious longer and asking the right questions is very important. So that helps build the relationships, the aspect of it that you were talking about. So I think as women, we have a knack for that as well. And I think we should leverage that. Not be shy, be bold, and, you know, get to your answers by asking the right questions.
I would second that. That actually brings me to one of my final questions here too. Is a lot of times as sellers, I would say sellers typically indicate that one of their biggest challenges is connectivity. And all I ever heard when I got into enterprise sales was, we've got to get into the other rooms of the house. We've got to develop these line of business relationships. And for some sellers, that's very challenging. Now, the way I approached it was I started looking at where is my audience. I could focus on where I looked for audience, if it was in social media, LinkedIn, leveraging messaging in order to get an audience. And so I would focus on the quality of my messaging, quantity of outreach, and then the consistency of execution of that over time. It helped me tremendously over the years, and then I could bring all these brilliant people that I knew on my extended team here at Microsoft into the conversation. But I'd love to get your thoughts on tips for approaching the line of business. How have you, because I know you've navigated through multiple industries as well,
Yes.
how do you typically approach this and find success when you're approaching line of business?
That's another one of my favorite questions.